Hello everyone, this is Mike, and my game collection for 2016 continues with my 7th gen digital downloads. Now, a lot of these games are going to be games that I am technically renting because I got them for free for being a Gold and Plus member. Anyways, here we go. First up is Beyond Good and Evil, and this game is probably one of the most diverse games that I've played in a while. It goes into like multiple genres. It has elements of beat 'em up. It has, you know, exploration. It has RPGs, you know, where you have to level up, and it in story, and it has a really good story to it too, with tons of twists and turns. The good guys may not be who they seem, and the villains may not be who they seem. That's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, this is an underrated classic, and it's a classic for a reason. It's grown to become a huge cult following. But as we know, cult followings don't always translate into the type of sales that companies hope for. But yeah, definitely pick this one up if you haven't. The controls for this game are very difficult by today's standards. You know, they didn't water down the control mechanics at all for modern audiences. This is very old school. But the concept of blowing each other up with cars is pretty fun. So, yeah, if you're curious about it, give it a try. Next up is Ascension, and this is a prequel. I think this is a prequel. It also has multiplayer. It's the only game in the series that has multiplayer. A lot of people felt this was unnecessary, and I can understand why. Because we have, you know, honestly, it's just, I kind of felt like it didn't have the same epic scope that 3 did. Even 2. But, yeah, it's okay. This is a fun one, DuckTales Remastered. It's a classic NES game, but they redid the graphics and the audio, so now there's voices. You can actually hear the characters talk, which you couldn't do on the NES to such a large degree. This is a digital manual for the Saga. This is Ghost of Sparta. This is a digital download that came with Saga that you download. It's a PSP game. And Chains of Olympus, the other PSP game. Director's Live, not a game. This is meh. I really like this game. You just explore, and I played this on the PC. It was the first Steam game I ever played, and I was just lost and absorbed. And all you do is walk around, and that's all you do. You walk around and look at beautiful things and hear quirky sounds. I like it. So yeah. Now this is one of the earliest indie titles to really have a large scope, and the fact that it had a large scope with a puppet show theme was really creative. It's got some really good design work on here. I can't say too much about this because I only played the tutorial. I didn't bother to play anything else after that. Digital manual for PlayStation All Stars. Fatal Frame. This is a PS2 game, and the atmosphere is unrelenting. I have to say, this is some of the creepiest atmosphere I've ever seen in a game. The concept is creepy because you have to face the ghost head on. And you have to let the ghost get close to you in order to do any damage. Because you have to load up your camera also because otherwise you're not going to do any damage at all. Just on the atmosphere alone, it's one of the scariest games ever made. And here is a classic, Vice City. This gave GTA an 80s theme, and it also gave licensed songs. It brought licensed songs to the Grand Theft Auto universe. I think this is like the first game that did that. And this is not only a must for GTA fans, it's a must for 80s fans. If you love 80s nostalgia, you should play this game as well. XCOM Enemy Unknown. This was surprisingly fun. I didn't think I was going to like this, but I actually enjoyed it. Borderlands 2. As hard as the first game. Remember Me. Excellent story. Excellent character. Excellent environments, excellent soundtrack. The soundtrack is incredible, and the memory remixing was revolutionary. It was really genius the way they did that. Unfortunately, the the rest of the game, the gameplay mechanics for the most part, other than the memory remixing, is pretty by the numbers, and they don't let you do enough exploration of the awesome looking environments. This game got so much right that what it got wrong really hurt it more. Metro Last Light. This is pretty immersive. Like, as you walk around the world and talk to and just listen to conversations, it sucks you in real hard before it sticks enemies at you, which I appreciated. I really need to finish this because what I love about this was that you grow attached to the characters through gameplay. This is what I would call a single-player co-op game, because you use the two sticks to each stick controls a character, and you have to get them to cooperate with each other. You get them working together in order to progress through the experience, and when you do that, it lets you bond with them through gameplay. So brilliant game. Dead or Alive 5 Ultimate for fighters. It's a typical fighting game, really. Don't have much to say about it. This is the digital manual for Beyond Two Souls. This is the comic for Uncharted. Tekken Revolution, another fighting game. That's all I can say about that. The manual for Last of Us. Soundtrack for Last of Us, must own. Dead Space Extraction. This came with Dead Space 2. It's basically a port of a Wii game. It's an on-rails game. And it's not just shooting. You on-rails interact in other ways as well. But it's an on-rails experience. These here are little games that came with Journey, Flower and Flow. There's Journey right there, which I have on disc. All these I have on disc. So that is it. That is my PlayStation 3 digital downloads. Now we're going to go to my Xbox 360 digital downloads right now. If I skip through a game, it's because I have it on disc. Battlefield 3, I have on disc. All these games I have on disc, so I'm not going to really talk about those. Crackdown, so much fun. Turn on God mode, and the whole world is your playground. Jump as high as you want, do collectibles, and just shoot people, and just have fun. Dark Souls, really difficult. I only downloaded it because I like the boss battle designs, like the design of the bosses. They're really scary, and it's almost horror in how scary they look. Dead Island. What's so interesting about this game is that it makes you afraid in the daytime. Like, there is menacing atmosphere in broad daylight, and that is not something you usually see. Dishonored. The problem I have with Dishonored is, if you play it the easy way, you get the bad ending. You have to play it hard to get the good ending. That's I have on disc. Fable 3, I really like this, but then my friend at the time called me over to her house, or somewhere, called me to do something, and I just haven't bothered to pick it up, and I should, because I really liked it so far. Gears of War Judgment. I know, I wasn't really excited about this, but I figured I gave it a try, and what I actually been enjoying myself playing this, because they took out the hard, so far anyway, they took out the hard set pieces that appear every now and then in the Gears games, so I basically just got to do cover shooting. I'm about halfway done. I've done 2 characters, and I still got 2 more characters to do. San Andreas. This does for the early 90s what Vice City did for the 80s. Early 90s. A lot of stuff I remember. A lot of great songs. And this actually has not 1, but 3 cities for you to explore. Unfortunately, you gotta play some hard missions to unlock them all. But yeah, 3 cities. I think this is still like the largest GTA map they've ever done. I'm not sure if this is larger than 5 or what, but yeah. Halo Reach I have on disc. Hitman Absolution. You got to be smart to play this. If you are stupid, you will not enjoy yourself, because you've really got to think about situations and how to deal with them. So yeah, no dummies allowed on this game. Lego Star Wars 3. I don't understand how to play these games. It's one puzzle after another, and they're way too hard. These are kids' games, and yet they're harder than adult games. Oh, too hard. I mean, I could just look up everything on YouTube. I might do that one day. Who knows? Mafia 2. I've played quite a bit of it so far, and I liked it so far. I am looking forward to Mafia 3. Mass Effect I have on disc. Oblivion I have on disc. Oh, this one's fun. Poker Night 2. You get characters from multiple different franchises. You have GLaDOS from Portal. You have Claptrap from Borderlands. You have Brock from Venture Bros, and Sam and Max are in it, and one of them is a bunny, so there's a bunny in this game, point. And and you have Ash from Evil Dead. Really fun dialogue. It's not about the poker. You don't have to know anything about poker. You just want to listen to the dialogue. So even if you suck, it doesn't matter. You don't really need any skill or to know anything. You just need to listen in on these characters because it's a lot of fun. The only downside is that the dialogue can get repetitive. You will hear the same lines uttered multiple times, and that does break the immersion, unfortunately. Other than that, it's worth playing. I have on disc. This is considered a classic by a lot of people. The controls are weird for me because I played it so late and it was made for the GameCube. But yeah, people really like this game. I can't really tell you what I think of it because I barely played anything, but I am interested in trying it out some more and seeing what the fuss is about. Saints Row the Third. Exploring the open world wasn't that satisfying, but you should get a lot of fun out of the missions. This I have on disc. This I got, and it's okay. Got some decent action, but that's all I can really say. I really need to get back to The Witcher 2 finally because even the tutorial confused me. The gameplay itself so far did not, and I heard a lot of great things about it, so really need to get back on this. That is it for my 7th gen digital downloads. Join me next time when I go over my 8th gen digital downloads. Take care, everybody. Bye.